Mulan producer says removing Li Shang from the film was influenced by the hashtag #MeToo movement. Having a commanding officer that is also the sexual love interest was very uncomfortable and we didn't think it was appropriate. This is some fucking bullshit ass, stupid, fake ass id pull fucking excuse. Let's get into it, my friends. All right. As we all know, you know, Li Shang, fucking based character from Mulan. Mulan, by the way, like my favorite Disney movie. I really liked it. That was of the classics, you know, my favorite. Why do we care? That's an excellent fucking question. Why do we care? Well, my friend, I care about homophobia and racism being disguised as woke Me Too sentimentality. So let's talk about this, folks. Let's fucking talk about this. So this is another, you know, live action fucking Disney movie, okay? Which means that, as we all know, it's going to be marketed very heavily to China. China has very, very strict restrictions on homosexuality. They don't like it, folks. Have you ever wondered why so many big budget films will never depict real homosexuality? You know, they'll hint at it and they'll tease at it, but they'll never actually commit. You never actually see the tips touch. Do you know why? It's because China's homophobic. Funnily enough, historically, China was not as homophobic as the historical, like, European West, that we kind of imported homophobia, like, into China. Now it's fucking us. And Disney, who is absolutely spineless, kowtows to this time and time again. Let's take a real look at this, folks. I want to break this down. First, the claim is that there was like the Me Too movement inspired them to remove this character. Okay? Well, what was the Me Too movement, guys? Well, what is, I guess. It's still going, right? What's the Me Too movement? Share this information with me. I want class, give me your best answers. What's the Me Too movement? The Me Too movement, in my humble opinion, Vosh, stop blaming Chinese people for the homophobia of US companies. Nope, Viz, sorry, you're not shuffling this one off of fucking glorious proletariat vanguard state China. Nope. It is very clear that the homophobia of the Chinese market and of the Chinese government prevents big budget Hollywood blockbusters from fucking gaying it up in their movies, okay? Now, that is still the fault of American companies for kowtowing to that, but that doesn't mean it's not also China's fault, okay? It is simultaneously capitalism's fault and the profit motive's fault for incentivizing bad behavior to kowtow to bad cultural predilections in a different country, and the fault of those with the bad cultural predilections, okay? We can share the blame, but let's talk about Me Too, because that's what I was trying to talk about, okay? Me Too, all right? The Me Too movement is about holding, like, basically it's like holding powerful people, like dudes basically, accountable for any sexual misbehavior to their underlings, you know, usually ladies. Now, it doesn't have to be guy mistreating girl, but, like, you know, that's how it usually tends to be. So what about Mulan? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I haven't watched Mulan in a good long while, but I don't think there was anything inappropriate at any point in this movie. At all. So Mulan, I forget what Mulan's fake boy name is. So Mulan enlists in the Chinese army to fight against the Mongolians. And then he signs up, or she signs up, this Ping. Oh, it's Ping! That's right. So Ping signs up, you know, for the military, and Ping is shit because Ping's actually secretly a girl, and the femoid muscular structure can't handle things like hop dance and swing throw, you know? And then they have their little training sequence, and actually Mulan is sick as fuck, and all it took was Mulan/Ping believing themselves, and they have to use the medals as like a counterweight to swing around the big post rather than using them just as weights while climbing up, and blah blah. You know, great. Also, you know, yeah, the part when Ping got naked in the river and Mulan's like neck, like trying, like Mulan is like, oh, like trying to like avoid showing off the titties, you know. trying to keep the titties down. I don't know if you want to interpret that as like trans representation or whatever. It obviously wasn't. But if you want to get the trans representation, that's your fine. You know, whatever. That's your prerogative. But here's the thing. You know, Ping Mulan does really good. You know, earns the respect of her comrades and of her commanding officer, Li Shang. You know, who's pretty cool. I think he's a cool guy. You know, look at him. You know, he's a cool dude. It's kind of implied, you know, it's kind of implied that Li Shang, it's ambiguous, you know. The respect Li Shang feels towards Ping is maybe a little bit more affectionate, you know. It's not outright stated. It's never said. It's like there's never a song where Li Shang is like, "The fire in my heart, it burns for Ping, for he is a man, and I like men." Like they don't, none of that. But if you want to interpret the film through a queer lens, which you absolutely can if you want to, but then there is, I think, some legitimacy to the idea that Li Shang had, you know, a hankering for Ping before it was revealed that Ping is Mulan. So in essence, for a little while there, you know, Li Shang was into who he thought was a guy, you know, admittedly a fairly feminine guy. I mean, you know, Ping was Mulan, but it's a guy, you know, the deep voice and then, of course, it's revealed that Mulan is a girl, and then Mulan is abandoned because girls can't be in the military. But then, in a big climactic finale, they use fireworks to defeat the Han, and Mulan receives like the glorious Golden Emperor Award of the 4 seasons of the Emperor of China, and it's the nice medallion or whatever. And Mulan basically becomes hero of the empire. Like, great, cool, you know, and then. After that, Mulan retires because the war is over, because the entire like Mongol horde was like 5 muscular dudes who were apparently just trying to assassinate the emperor. I thought it was an invasion, but I guess they were just an assassination force. I have no idea. And then Mulan is chilling back at her parents' house, you know, like furiously dabbing on the chicken she has to take care of. And Li Shang, you know, over here shows up and he's like, I brought you your oh geez, oh god, let me, oh god, hey, anyway, you're really pretty, oh shit, I'm so sorry, oh fuck, oh god, anyway, if you want to go get tea sometime, and he, you know, you're good at fighting. It was pretty cool when you saved the world. Yeah, you know. And basically he shows up and shows appreciation for her, and then she likes him back, and you know, they back. You know, bah. You know, they get together. It's great. It's very cute. So, at no point during the entire guys, let me wait, hold on. It's not simp if the pussy isn't mediocre. I'm pretty sure Mulan has fire pussy, okay? Are you kidding me? Hero, savior of the emperor, Mulan, sword fighting master, Mulan. It's not simping if the pussy isn't mediocre, okay? That's sif. That's sucker idolizing fire pussy, you know? That's some sifping right there. Which is, I think, better, you know? If you're gonna simp, you know, it's for high quality femoids, it should be, you know, she's 16. Okay, never mind. Just if we're gonna forget the age component, I have no idea. Imperial China, forget it. Okay, just pretend she's 18 for the context of this discussion. That's a whole other layer that we need to get into later. Okay, is she really 16? Jesus. All right, listen, never mind. Okay, we're getting off the pussy talk. Okay, all right, okay, all right. So anyway, they get together at the end, you know, and it's cool, I guess. So here's the issue. Nothing in the movie, in the relationship between Li Shang and Mulan, suggested that he was taking advantage of her for sexual favors. Because If the removal of Li Shang was inspired by the Me Too movement, having a commanding officer that is also the sexual love interest was very uncomfortable and we didn't think it was appropriate. But that's the thing. No real love interest was demonstrated between either of them for the entirety of the time that he was her commanding officer. The only time he was her commanding officer, the only time love interest was demonstrated was after Mulan had retired as the literal hero of the Empire, with like her imperial sword and imperial regalia, you know? So at that point, like, that's not really a commanding officer relationship anymore. What I'm saying ultimately is that I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy the idea that the power imbalance in this relationship was what led them to remove Li Shang. I don't buy it at all. Yeah, I agree. At the end of the movie, Mulan has infinitely more power than Li Shang. Mulan has received a personal commendation from the Emperor. That's not what a fucking, like, okay, here's the beginning of the film, okay? Here's Mulan / Ping as like an enlisted fucking duder. And here's Li Shang. And then here's them at the end of the film, you know? Li Shang is in part responsible for saving the Empire. Mulan got the fucking commendation of the... Like, I feel like she's up there, you know? Yeah, their emperor is a god to them, right? That's how emperors tended to be back in the day, and still are in some parts of the world, right? You know? So, I'm pretty sure... yeah, they had divine right, like... getting the commendation of the... Yeah, he's marrying up. Marrying Mulan at that point is like a very... Like, he's transcending social class upwards to be with her, you know? This argument that they're removing him for the Me Too stuff, it just rings hollow to me. I just do not think that's a legitimate explanation for his removal. What seems far more likely to me is that given the long-standing pattern of queer censorship to appeal to the Chinese market, given the long history of that taking place, the ambiguity of Li Shang's affection towards Ping, the boy Mulan, the reason why Li Shang is often referred to as Disney's bi prince, his removal seems to strike more to that kind of censorship than it does anything concerning the Me Too movement. And that's why this bothers me so much. I like the Me Too movement. I like gay people, you know. I'm not inherently opposed to alterations to old stories being made to accommodate the concerns of a modern audience. But when you are cynically invoking Me Too as an excuse to engage in something which is essentially queer censorship, I think that's pretty fucked up. They added a male character to replace the love interest. I will say this. If there is the same level of queer ambiguity with whoever they're adding to replace the love interest, then I will retract what I have said here. You know? I will retract what I've said here. If they add a new love interest character, and this person also ends up crushing on Ping when Ping presents as male, and then they do the same thing with Mulan, then okay, then I'm wrong in that case. Though I still admit I just don't see the reason why this Me Too... I don't get it. I don't get it. The only explanation I could really think of is that for the live action movie, they wanted to play up the romantic elements, and whatever played up element of the romance between Li Shang and Mulan would have been something kind of Me Too-esque. They wanted to develop a love story that took place while Ping was still training underneath Li Shang, and they couldn't keep that relationship while making it ethical. That's the only sympathetic justification that I can think of. One in which they wanted to amplify the romance, and in the amplified romance, that relationship would have been inappropriate. You know? Know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that. Probably because Disney and a lot of the U.S. audience is still secretly homophobic. Yeah, but Disney has a particular history of pandering to that. Disney is very how do you say, what's the term? Shit. It's bad. Particularly when it comes to the representation of marginalized people, you know? Like, that's not fucking groundbreaking news to any of you. You all fucking knew that, okay? You don't need me to tell you that. No, I agree the American failure. I think the romance being secondary in the original was one of the things that made it so good. And it made it seem like the romance between Mulan and Li Shang at the end was motivated mostly by mutual respect, not some contrived, you know, romantic nonsense that took place over the course of the film. The film was very much dedicated to war and combat and, you know, fear and personal growth, and not at all, you know, dedicated to romance. I don't like romance. I don't like, every story has to have a fucking romance story. Why do we do this? Why do we have to, like, every movie is like one, like, sixth, like 15 to 20 minutes of it have to be dedicated to a fucking romance subplot. Every single fucking movie, every single and it's always the same. It's always the same. I don't care about fucking romance with all the cool, oh, you're a cross-dressing fucking Chinese warrior who enlisted to save your father from enlisting, and you're going off to fight the Huns. Well, why do I need romance? Why do I need romance in this shit? Why? Maybe you can have, I mean, there can be romance, like, in it, but I don't need a fucking romantic subplot, you know? I don't need the whole, that's one of the things I liked so much about Mulan. You know what? Honestly, it's one of the things that I liked about Hercules up until the final quarter too. I think Hercules was really good until the fucking when Meg and Hercules really started going off, and, you know, he made a deal with Hades to prevent Meg from being hurt. I think that's when the movie really took a downturn, because all the cool world building and all the sick fucking action stunts and all the great Danny DeVito shit gets overwritten by the fucking Meg Hercules simp train. Now, mind you, I love Meg as a character on her own. Also, she had one of the best songs from Hercules. What was it? What was that song? Wait, what was it? How does it go? No chance, no way, I won't say I'm in love. That one? You know that song? And she sings with the Muse, the Muse statues. That was a really good song. I think, I think that Meg was great on her own. The relationship between Meg and Hercules, I was completely uninterested in it. Just doing romance in every fucking movie is so fucking boring. Play it, we're on D Live. No, this is gonna get YouTube clipped, friendo. Sorry. Maybe later. But and it's such a specific genre trope too. Like, imagine if we did this for some other thing. Like, what if every movie, it's not a romantic subplot, you know? Not every movie has a romantic thing, you know? But now every movie has to have, like, a Step It Up style, like, dance-off sequence. Or every movie has to have, like, a show tunes jingle or a sea shanty now, you know? Or every movie has to have a segment where like, some MacGuffin important to the plot is stolen and then mailed back to the protagonist in pieces or something like that. Like, just some other completely fucking contrived nonsense. Yeah, what if every movie had a mech? Wait, well, that actually sounds good. Hold on. That's a good idea, though. Whoop. Yeah, kaiju battle in every movie. The difference is that mechs are cool. I welcome unnecessary romantic subplots in each movie as much as I would welcome, like, if every single movie had a subplot where a secondary character discovers Christ, you know? Imagine if that was in every fucking movie, where you have a secondary character who is in, like, a bit of a moral turmoil, and then they discover Christ, and about 15 to 20 minutes of the episode, or sorry, of the movie, is dedicated to their recognizing the glory of Christ and you know, becoming a better person, and you know, baptizing themselves and reading the Gideon and stuff. And this is every single fucking movie. This is every single movie. I'd stop watching movies. I'd stop watching movies too, brother. Oh man, that's what it feels like to me. That's exactly what it fucking feels like to me. With all the fucking romance shit.